Next, Einstein's photoelectric effect experiment, that graph. Okay, Einstein's this is what Einstein's photoelectric effect equation. Now what is next? We had to change this kinetic energy in terms of EV0. H nu is equal to H nu 0, or you can take this as phi 0. H nu is equal to phi 0 plus kinetic energy. What is the equation? No. I need the equation in V0. EV0. Okay. So what is this? Einstein's equation. Now you take this EV0 one side and the remaining another side. EV0 is equal to H nu minus phi 0. So V0 is what? H by E nu minus phi 0 by E. Am I correct? So this is equation for phi 0. Hope it is clear. Now we are going to plot a graph between this V0 and nu, where the frequency of incident radiation. And this is similar to what? Lot of informations are there which is for exam point of view. So listen to me. This is like y equal to mx plus c. This is of the form equation of a straight line, which is y equal to mx plus c. So compare this equation. In the y ki badala another y ki badala da it is like v0, and another thing slope m ki badala h by e, another thing intercept phi 0 by e means nothing but it is intercept with a minus. Now how to draw a graph based on all these things? Tell me how to draw. How will you draw a graph based on this? How will you draw? Suppose I am taking y-axis. Y-axis se badala actually we are taking what? V0. Now what is on x-axis? Frequency. Nu. Nu is on x-axis. Lot of information. All of you listen. This I will upload in YouTube, means it will be useful. Very important. And lot of questions. Frequency on what? X-axis. V0 on what? Y-axis. Equation of straight line. And intercept is minus. What does it mean? Suppose this is origin. Minus means the straight line is shifted down. That is the meaning of minus. So it will start from here, which is this intercept only, minus phi 0 by e. From this you can start. Hope this clear. That is the meaning. Y equal to mx plus c. Adile m yaru? M stands for slopes. This is nothing but slope. Slope of the line. Purida? Slope of the line another. There are also a lot of content are there for problems. Slope of line means what? Tan theta actually. That is slope of the line. Tan theta. Okay. Another meaning of slope is tan theta, or how much inclination. And the graph on the straight line on the horizontal kitte evlo inclination aayirukku. That is also what the meaning of what? Slope. Hope it is clear. That slope value what we got? That slope only what? H by E. What does it mean? Slope is H by E. What does it mean? What is H? H is Planck's constant, 6.626 10 to the power minus 34 joules second. What is E? Charge of electron, 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. Rendume constant thane. What does it mean? Slope for any material. Suppose I am going to draw another material. This is material A. Another material I am drawing means you will get the same slope. Slope does not change because slope is always a constant. In the slope patti enna solluna, based on slope questions are. Hope it's clear. Slope is always like a constant. Another thing, intercept is this. Lot of questions. Intercept how to get phi 0, like that questions are there. Then tan theta. That's all. Now you understood how the graph comes. Is it clear? This graph can be asked for what? Single material or multiple material. Based on the question, you understand. And slope is always like a h by e, and intercept is phi by e. How the question comes, for example, the slope of the graph is some value they will be giving. Find out Planck constant. This is the board exam question. Slope of the graph is this. Find out Planck constant. So you have to multiply that slope with the e. You will get h, like that. In that level also question is coming. Clear? Okay. This is how the graph. Next. Last topic actually we are going with this one. De Broglie wavelength. De Broglie. Particle nature of light. Particle nature. Particle nature of light. Already we have discussed energy of single photon. What is it? H c by lambda. That means it's actually h nu. Nu is equal to c by lambda. Now, in one question paper I have seen what are the properties of photons. Okay. What is the property of photon? Photon means what? Light to the quantum of radiation is called what? Photon. Light radiation is just like acting like a particle nature, and each packet is having energy. What is each packet of light having energy? Each packet having energy h nu. What quantum of light is having energy h nu or hc by lambda? Hope it's clear. Now, photon means what? Photonuக்கு rest mass is 0. Is 0. இது வச்சு this one you study. Photonோட rest mass எப்பவுமே 0. What does it mean? Photon rest mass 0 means what? What does it mean? Rest mass 0. When photon is at rest, it does not have any mass. When photon is in movement only, it is having mass. Very important. It is always almost we are using Einstein's theory of relativity. Relativity oda a small portion inga varudhu. According to that, you have the mass. According to relativity mass, you can write m0 by root of 1 minus v square by c square. This is the equation for relativistic mass. Just for understanding. Okay, இவ்வளோ டீப்பா வேண்டாம், நமக்கு அந்த ஃபைனல் ஈக்குவேஷன் போதும். ஆனா கூட mass வந்து you can write in terms of rest mass m0 by 1 root of 1 minus v square by c square. So this is called relativistic mass. ஒரு particle வந்து move பண்ணும்போது when the velocity is close to the speed of light, its mass is actually increasing. That's meaning. You look at this equation, when v is increasing, actually mass will be increasing. Now can you tell me, when v is equal to c, suppose I am going somewhere in a spaceship and the spaceship velocity equivalent to light, suppose, that means v becomes c. What happened to the mass, relativistic mass? Look at the equation and tell me what will be the value of mass. m0 by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Appo v enna agum? V becomes c square. That means 1 minus 1. It is 1 this by 0. Something divided by 0 is what? Infinity. Mass of that object particle will be what? Infinity. You cannot even measure it. That much huge. Maybe என்னோட கையில் வந்து ஒரு 1 gram ஒரு மெட்டீரியல் இருக்கு. அந்த கிராம் 1 gram material, suppose it is going with the speed of light, its mass measure பண்ண முடியாது. It is very 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 heavy. That even than the mass of earth. அவ்வளோ ஹெவியா இருக்கும். புரியுதா? That is the theory of relativity. ஒரு particle வந்து even it is small, moving with the velocity of light, its what mass is considered to be infinity, not because of the number of molecules or particles, because of the velocity. You will be having infinite. இதில் வந்து ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான, all of you listen here. Interesting facts are there. For example, twin paradox. இந்த ரிலேட்டிவிட்டியில ரொம்ப என்னது பசில் மாதிரி இருக்கும். Time dilation. Time dilation. Then what? Twin paradox. For example, you have a twin. One person staying in earth, another person is roaming with a high velocity and coming back to some other planet or something and coming back with high velocity if they are moving. When they are coming back, they will be younger than you. Your twin will be younger than you. This is called the famous twin paradox. அது paradox ஆயிதா இருக்கும், but we can solve, we can understand using Einstein's relativity only. This one, time dilation, அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய concept இந்த relativityல வருது. Okay, if you refer twin paradox. Okay, anyways, now we have the energy equation இருக்கு, root of t square c square m0 square c raised to 4. This is the equation according to Einstein's relativity concept வச்சு இதுதான் எனர்ஜி ஈக்குவேஷன் ரேடியேஷனோட. ஓகே, இதுல வந்து ரெஸ்ட் மாஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபோட்டான் நான் என்ன எடுத்தா 0 எடுத்தா எனர்ஜி இஸ் வாட் p into c. This equation not there in the material. If you want you can write. Energy வந்து என்ன ஆகும் p into c you will get. Now what is p? இப்போ photon consider பண்ணினா p na mv, m into c, v na another c da, c into c, mc square. This is the energy of photon. This is the energy of photon. Is it clear? From where this concept comes, it is entirely out of the box type of thing. It came from the theory of relativity. Okay, is it clear? From theory of relativity only this will come. And finally, what is your energy? mc square you can equate with h nu. H nu from where you know already. Energy of radiation you can write in terms of h into nu. mc square you are going to equate with the inge enna start paniya podu exam ku idu varaikkum I taught actually extra. Okay, energy of photon according to theory of relativity you can write energy is mc square, and the mc square equate to h nu. This is an important question, how you are getting the de Broglie equation. Now m into c square is equal to h c by lambda. Nu is equal to what? C by lambda. You can cut one c. Now you got mc is equal to h by lambda. What is mc? Which is nothing but momentum of photon. P is equal to h by lambda, or you can write lambda is h by p. This equation is actually de Broglie wavelength equation. You are writing de Broglie, but you have to pronounce it like de Broglie. Okay, this is the equation for what? De Broglie wavelength. De Broglie wavelength it is. Hope it is clear. This is de Broglie wavelength formula. Whenever electron or any particle is moving, there will be a wave associated with it. That is called de Broglie wavelength. Whenever a matter is moving also, wave will be associated. Clear? Anything. Suppose a particle is moving, de Broglie wavelength is associated, but the wavelength is different. Why? Macroscopic and microscopic wavelength is different. Why? Look at this one. We have lambda is what? H by p. That means lambda inversely proportional to what? Mass of the entity. For example, you consider electron. When you consider electron, lambda proportional to electronic mass enna range il varum? 31 range il varum minus. Adu mele pogumbodhu enna agum? Multiply with 31, very huge. De Broglie wavelength associated with an electron is very huge. You consider any object which is of 1 gram mass, anything. So lambda inversely proportional to 10 to the power minus 3. When you multiply, it will be plus 3 in order. What does it mean? When it is in plus 3 order, what does it mean? Wavelength is in plus 3 order. You compare these two, which is huge. Electron is having high wavelength compared to what? A chalk piece or something which is having mass what? 1 gram. Are you able to understand? So from this you can very much clear that microscopic particle like electron is having very huge wavelength compared to macroscopic, because it is of inversely proportional to what? Mass. Idu mind lo vechiko. Microscopic and what is matter wave then? What are matter wave? The wave which is de Broglie wavelength, or that wavelength associated with any matter is called matter wave. Okay. Any particle which is in motion, which is having a velocity, will be associated with a wave. That wave is called what? Matter wave. Suppose some person is running race, wave will be associated. Okay, we cannot see, but it is there. Why we are not able to see? Adha answer ipo sonna. Macroscopic object means and the mass கீழ தான் வரும், inversely proportional, that's why. Okay, electron வந்து 10 to the power 31 orderல வருது, இது வந்து less ஆகும். அதனால we cannot even measure the wavelength of matter. Matter wavelength measure பண்ணதுக்கு ரொம்ப difficult ஆ இருக்கும். Okay, hope this is clear. Now another equation which is very important again. Now all of you listen. Shh. Next, all of you listen, very important equation, lambda is h by p. So based on this equation, many problems are there. So lambda is what? H by p. Another thing, you can write kinetic energy in terms of momentum like this. You know this? If you don't know, by heart this. What is p? P stands for momentum. Okay, so you can write kinetic energy what? P square by 2m. Is it clear? You can write like this, P square by 2m, where P stands for momentum. Okay, now from that you can write P is equal to root 2m kinetic energy. Okay, substitute here, what you will get? Lambda is equal to 1 by root 2m kinetic energy. This is one of the equation you can use for problem. Lambda is equal to what? 1 by root 2m kinetic energy. In terms of retarding potential or collector potential, how will you write? 1 by root 2m kinetic energy ki another equation I taught you, Q into V. EV alana QV. Why I am writing in QV means they will use to ask for alpha particle, protons separately they are asking. We will do problem, that time you will come to know. Alpha particle, many problems repeated like that. That is why I am telling you this equation is important. Two equations, what are they? Lambda is what? 1 by root 2m kinetic energy, 1 by root 2m QV. Is it clear? Ini, this is for electron. Now all of you listen, this is for electron and alpha particle, you by heart. Okay, this is for H is Planck's constant. Oh, here H. Here also. Thank you. Now you listen, lambda for alpha particle and lambda for electron you should by heart. Okay, lambda for electron you can write 12.27 Armstrong divided by root V. This one already is there, I have given the material. Any lambda for alpha particle you had to mention in your note, it is not there, it came for exam. Write down lambda for alpha particle. This was an MCQ in one of the question paper, by heart it. It is not in the material but it will come for exam. Write down this one. Lambda of alpha particle is what? 0.101 by root V Armstrong. Note down. In the material itself, somewhere you write down. You can see this equation below, you can write. In the equation, this equation. This equation where you can see, below you can write the de Broglie wavelength of alpha particle, which is what? 0.101 by root V Armstrong. அது அப்படியே ஒரு question paper வந்திருக்கு. அல்லனா கூட it is very very important equation. Alpha particle உட de Broglie wavelength பின்ன என்னது electron உட. This we can calculate. அதுக்கு ஒன்றும் டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ண வேண்டாம். இது பை ஹார்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ. இது நீட் ஜெயிக்கெல்லாம் இது வந்து அப்படியே children used to by heart the formula. Okay. You noted the equation alpha particle. Write down. Now this one as a short note you write down. It is not in the material. Last paper you can write. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. That means we cannot determine position and momentum of the particle at the same time. You can write like this. That is called what? Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. That means when you are trying to locate, its momentum will be uncertain. When you are trying to find out the momentum, its position will be uncertain. What is the meaning in simple way, shall I tell? One particle is there. Okay. Suppose you had to calculate the momentum. Momentum calculate பண்ணதுக்கு you have to study where it is. Okay. So when you are going nearby it, maybe that particle won't be there. It will be fast moving. So when you are trying to study about momentum, the particle may not be there. It will go. Okay. Another thing, when you are trying to locate the position, we cannot measure what? Momentum also. Because of what? For consider electron. Electron வந்து என்ன ஸ்பேஸில் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லவே முடியாது. It is a fast moving. You cannot locate. Okay. Have you studied this before? I think in chemistry it's coming. Uncertainty principle. Yeah. So write this equation we need. Delta x, delta p, the uncertainty is greater than or equal to h by 2 pi. What is this? H cross. H cross symbol, if you don't know, you leave it. H cross na H cross means h by 2 pi da artham. If you don't know, வேணா note பண்ணிக்கோ. MSc level எல்லாம் h cross தான் we are using. H cross is h by 2 pi. So h by 4 pi ke you can write h by 2 pi also. Sorry, h cross by 2. H cross stands for what? H by 2 pi, and the 2 pi and 2 multiply, you will get 4 pi, like that. H cross term I think you didn't study. La H cross na enadhu? H by 2 pi வேற ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. H cross. H க்கு ஒரு cross. H cross. Note down this one. It is not in the material. Uncertainty principle. அது வந்து எக்ஸாமுக்கு எப்படி கேட்கும்னா சொல்றேன். Delta x maybe they will give given to you. You calculate delta p na. No need greater than. You can use the equal. Equal h cross by 4 pi. You can derive and find out. Hope it is clear. That's the last topic of the lesson.